Hello, it's Carrie with SSV Custom Transfers. I'm very excited to announce that we're adding two new artistic effects to our lineup. So we previously released the sequin, the chunky glitter, and the fine glitter. And we're also going to be adding embroidery and the embroidery with stitching. I'm going to show you all of those artistic effects right here today. Okay, so the first one right here, this is your original design. This is how all PNGs look. This is what you normally see when you're printing DTF. Okay, so now we're going to be taking a quick look at all of these artistic effects. So the first one we have here is our sequin effect. And as you can see, it adds a nice sequin look to the design. This has been extremely popular with all of the sports designs. And so I also offer this with a flare look. This is kind of what the flare looks like. And this is the sequin artistic effect with flares. So what the flares do is it kind of draws the eye to the places on the design where the light would naturally hit. So if you look right here, you'll see a flare. You'll see a flare here, a flare here, here. And it's basically those areas. There's one right here, one right here. It's those areas that the eye is going to naturally look at. So I'm going to show you. This is the, sorry, right here. So this is the sequin without the flare. And this is the sequin with the flare. So it's not a huge difference. It's just enough of a difference that, as you can see, it's going to draw that eye to these certain areas in the design. Okay, so that is the sequin and the sequin with flare. The next one is going to be the chunky glitter. And as you can see, that chunky glitter is going to kind of change up the colors just a little bit, not a whole lot, but it just gives it that chunky glitter look. This is our fine glitter, and again, it does alter the colors just a tad. And it just gives it that really fine glitter look. All of these pair extremely well with our glitter DTF and our halo shimmer soft metallic. And those two films will give you a true glitter and metallic shimmer, and it looks really neat when it's paired with these effects. So our first new one is the embroidery effect. So this is just going to make it look like a design that's been embroidered by hand, okay? So you can see it does kind of change the colors up just a tad, but it looks like a truly embroidered design. And so the next one is going to be the embroidery with stitching. So what this does is it's the embroidery, but it also adds that stitching look around the outside edges of this design. It's a very neat effect. And it just makes that embroidery design kind of pop a little bit more. And so with this, I do have to do quite a bit of manual work to this. So when I apply the effect, first starting out, this is what it looks like. So it's going to kind of have, you're going to see this embroidery on the edge, but it doesn't always quite match to the design as far as color wise. So especially like around this gold Christmas tree, you can see that stitching, and it just kind of clashes with it. So I go in and I manually change the colors on that stitching to match the design, and so to me that just gives it a better effect. It looks better. So it is a very manual process, and it does take me some time. So with that being said, when you're adding these effects, if you're doing it to our in-house designs, there's 14,000 in-house designs. What you're going to see is there's no charge for it. I'm going to do the effect on all of our in-house designs free of charge. And you'll see all of them right here. Artistic effect, in-house designs, and you can just click. You do have to click something here. If you just want the design as always, you're just going to choose standard none. But if you want the effect, then you can choose whichever effect you want, and I will apply that. Now, whenever you apply that, it is going to add 1 business day to the turnaround time. So now let's talk about custom designs. So I am offering the artistic effects on custom designs, and it's the same options. You're going to see it right here. The difference is that I do charge a fee for adding this to custom designs. So you have 3 different options. If you're applying this to a transfer order, then it's just $1 for the chunky glitter, the fine glitter, the sequin effect, sequin with flare, or the digital embroidery effect. If you do choose to do the digital embroidery with stitching, it is going to be $3, okay? Because that is, like I said, it's a very manual process. And so if you happen maybe to print on your own, but you still want to apply these effects, I can do that for you also. And it's the same, kind of the same deal. It's going to be for these, the digital chunky, digital fine, sequin, and the sequin with flare. It's $5. If you want to do the digital embroidery with the stitching effect, it's going to be $7. And now if you want to do both options, you want to apply the effect to your transfer order, and you also want a copy of that PNG. You can do that also. I will offer that also, and it's going to be kind of the same pricing structure. Alright, so here are those 3 options: the transfer order only, the PNG file only, and if you choose to do both. Now please note that turnaround time for a proof is 1 to 2 business days. Once I send your proof, and once you've approved it, if you're doing a transfer order, that is when the turnaround time for your transfer order starts, is once I've received approval of that proof. If you've requested the PNG file, once I've received the approval of the proof, you'll receive your file in 1 business day. If you're doing both, then it'll of course add, your time will start once I receive the approval of the proof for your transfer order, and then I'll send that PNG file once I've got your transfer order printed. Okay? So just a disclaimer, digital patterns are for artistic effect only. Glitter, sequin effects are digital only, and it will not add real shimmer or sparkle to your project. If you want real glitter, real sparkle, you will need to pair that with the glitter or the halo shimmer DTF films. Okay? Price is per design. You will need to send a high resolution file to start with. PNG, SVG, or Photoshop files. If you send an SVG or a Photoshop file, you have to make sure that text is rasterized and not live before you send it. And if you are sending just a couple of designs, I'll send them to you by email. If you're sending more than 2, then I'll set up a private Google Drive file. You'll upload your designs there, I'll get them from there, and then I'll re-upload your new designs there. Okay? You only have 15 days to download those files, and then that folder will be deleted. So if you have questions, you can always reach out to me at ssvcustomtransfers.com, and there's several ways. You'll notice right here, you can leave me a message here, or you can always choose to chat, and you can also reach out to me by email at sassyvinylhtv@gmail.com. Thank you.